Perfect competition, monopoly, and monopolistic competition. Difference between three of them you should know. Okay. Perfect competition is large number of buyers and sellers. It is a price taker. That means it cannot determine the price, but it can determine its supply. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, it is given on page number 115.
Yeah, it is given on 115. So you should know that difference. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the last kind of market that we are going to study. I think I said today somebody is going to start something. Krishnaka had told something. He is not coming only. Whom did I tell they are going to explain this today when we start the
Ma'am,
class?
Krishna.
Krishna only, no? He is not come only. Okay. So we are going to start with the last kind of market, that is oligopoly. Okay. Oligopoly is more of a realist. We have monopoly, we have monopolistic competition, and we have oligopoly type of market also. Okay. Now in oligopoly, unlike monopolistic competition, there are a few large firms. Okay. That means it is not that much as we have in monopolistic competition, neither that much like we have in perfect. We have a few large firms. Either they are selling the same product, or they are selling close substitute of it. Okay. So there is a high, and each of the firm will have a significant amount of market in their hands, right? So they can determine the prices because they have a substantial portion of market with them, right? Because there are only few firms. Can you think of an example? Can you think of an example? We have a lot of oligopoly firms. Yes.
Ma'am, like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, like they are huge.
Yes, like the soft drink market, right? There are 5-6 brands only, large firms. Okay, and all these firms have a substantial amount of market with them, right? People who prefer Pepsi, those people will drink Pepsi only, no matter what the price. So same is with Coke also, Thumbs Up. There are only few firms there and large firms. Okay, so few large firms, and all these soft drinks are close substitutes of each other. Yes, even the auto industry, if you take the car industry, there are few large firms in the market coming out with their own brands of cars, right? So these cars are close substitutes of each other, and each of them, they determine their own price. But when they determine their own price, they look at the price of the other firm also, right? In small segment car, if Maruti is deciding his own car, he is going to see what is Tata giving. It won't be that his is very expensive, the others are not. Maybe then there is a change in technology, some high end technology is there. Otherwise, close substitutes, they will look at other firms prices and then decide their own price. Okay, so there are a few large firms selling either the same product or differentiated product. That means differentiated, they are close substitutes. Okay, then there is a high degree of interdependence among the firm. That means each firm is looking out to and seeing what is the price level of the other firm. To avoid price wars, firms prefer non-price competition. Just we have seen it in the market also. Firms try to not get into a price war, because what is price war? The one is decreasing or giving you some discounts, the other one also starts, and the price keeps on falling. So normally they try not to get into these price wars. But when they, yes Arya.
Ma'am, so non-price competition, will it be advertisements?
Yes, they do try to sell their things through advertisements, through whatever ways they can. Sometimes, see, one firm starts with some monsoon sale or something, you will see all the firms doing that. Yes, so there is a lot of degree of interdependence when it comes to oligopoly. They see each other and then decide. Okay, but since there are few firms in the market and they have a substantial amount of market in their hold, entry of new firms is very difficult. It is not easy for new firms to come into this kind of market. Okay, and the demand curve for this type of market is indeterminate. That means you cannot determine this kind of demand curve in this kind of a market, right? You don't know how it is going to be. because it is not fixed. The prices are not fixed. You don't know how they are going to behave, the consumers are going to behave. There is a lot of interdependence among the firms also, right? Therefore, you cannot determine the demand curve in this kind of a market. Clear oligopoly? Is it clear oligopoly?
Yes,
Teachers?
ma'am.
Yes? Okay. So the next is, now there are 4 types of oligopoly. You just have to learn the types of oligopoly. It's nothing detailed. First is pure oligopoly. Pure oligopoly is that wherein homogeneous products are sold. Okay, so they are something like a cement industry or a coal industry. They are all same types of products. Yes, there is no difference in coal. It's just that different firms have different mining areas with them, right? And they decide, seeing the other person's price. Coal prices don't differ much. Have you seen coal prices differing much, other than that they are transported from some place and sold it at some other place, so transport cost is also included in that. Okay, so this is a pure oligopoly. In gas also, there are 3 companies only which deal with natural gases. Okay, so this is kind of a pure oligopoly. Then is differentiated oligopoly, where the products are close substitutes of each other. I just gave you an example of auto industry. Even your aviation industry, your airlines, there are hardly few airlines in the market. Yes or no? Yes, so that is also but they are all into flight only, commercial flights, right? Not the government of India fighter jets or anything. That is exclusively with government of India. The fighter planes, only government of India can buy fighter planes. So when specified fighter planes, it is a monopoly with government of India. But if you are talking about commercial, then we have a few large firms in the market, so this becomes a oligopoly. Is the difference clear? Yes. Okay. Third is collusive oligopoly. Collusive oligopoly is when there is an agreement, whether it is a signed agreement or just by through talks, a agreement between the firms which are there in the market, and they agree on the price and the supply. In this, it is something like a cartel. Have you heard about cartel? Have you heard
What?
about cartel? Cartel system?
Cartel?
Yes, cartel system. You have not heard about cartel system. It is very popular. It was very popular at one time in Italy, those areas. What they do is, for suppose the entire market of Pune, right? So all the auto firms, all the small car manufacturers, they decide, see, this much is your area. You will not come out of this area. So people, the consumers from that place are your consumers. Okay, then we come to another area, this is your area. So they have an agreement between them. Krishna, you are very, they decide upon their areas. Okay, and they do not infringe on each other's areas. Okay, and they decide on the prices also. Okay, that this is the price that we are going to charge the consumers. So that is a agreement between different different producers. Okay, this is a
Ma'am,
yes. Yes.
ma'am, but then if the consumer wants to go in the another area and wants to buy something else, then?
See, if I am staying in Mohammadwadi area, right, I will prefer to buy cars from my area rather than going to Lakshmi Road or going to maybe some place which is ahead towards the airport side, which is far off from my side. Why would I go there? Is there a reason? No. And when
No.
all of them are giving me same prices, there is an agreement between the firms that they are going to give you at the same price. Yes, there is a price agreement. So why would I buy something from far off, which is I'm getting near my place only at the same price? Same thing, right? So they do not. Consumers are not forced, but then this is a logical conclusion. They will not go when there's no each of the market is giving offering them the same thing at the same price. Okay, so this is, now in this there is a line given in your book, agreement may be explicit or implicit. Okay, this means agreement can be between other firms. That is the meaning of explicit, when 2 or 3 firms they make an agreement. Implicit agreement is inside one firm only. Now how do you make an agreement inside one firm? you make a agreement with factor of production, right? You have these worker unions, okay? So you have an agreement with them कि at this cost you are going to get these many workers. So this is an agreement between them. So here also the prices are fixed so that what number of workers you have, you can retain them for your company, and it does not, they do not go to other companies. So this is a implicit, that is inside your own firm you are having agreements, and explicit is when you are having agreements with other firms, outside firms. Okay, this clear, this is clear to all of you? Collusive oligopoly, right? Then non collusive is all the firms, there is no agreement between the firms, they are operating at their own level, deciding their own output and price levels, but when they decide their own price levels, they will look at their competitive firms also, and that is why it is known as a competitive oligopoly. Okay, that they will look at other firms and then decide their output and prices. Okay, seeing where they can maximize their profit. So this oligopoly is clear to all of you? Any
Yes, ma'am.
problems? Arya, yes?
Ma'am, in collusive oligopoly, they do this mutual understanding thing. Is it because they want like a ready profit always? Because then
Yes,
if
and
they
they
have
want to
to,
avoid price wars.
okay.
Yes, if you get into price war, then you are doing this only. And
Okay.
nobody is going in, you have to spend a lot on advertisements, then you are not fixed. Someday you might have a very good profit, other day you are might not have, the other firm may go into 20% discount, you also have to reduce your cost, but it is not feasible for you. So you have to, just to avoid these price wars, they get into these kind of agreements. Okay,
Ma'am, and in non-collusive oligopoly, our price was possible because they are looking at each other's
yes,
product
they look at each
themselves.
other's product and then they determine their price, so there will be not much variation in price in the market. Okay, this is also one way of just leaving it to the market forces of demand and supply, and a general concess in you ki I will also not do that, you will also not do that, because both of them then have to get into this price war. So no, generally firms avoid these kinds of things. Okay, clear? With this we have finished oligopoly. So four kinds of market, all four kinds of market you should know the difference between them, because straight questions I have not seen that much. It is mostly either by, I told you an example which kind of market is a price taker, so you should understand which kind of market is a price taker. Okay, so there is in your book a lot of differences are given between perfect, monopoly, monopolistic, competition, and learn it like this, because it has been asked through this column also, with respect to its demand, with respect to its demand curve, with respect to its entry of firms, what kind of rules they have for, or what is the characteristic with respect to this. So you should know all these. Okay, should I explain? I have already told you these differences. Perfect competition, large number of sellers, large number of buyers and sellers. Perfect competition, both of them are there. The products are homogeneous. It is only in perfect competition that they sell homogeneous products. Okay, there is complete free entry and exit. The demand curve is perfectly elastic. Okay, and there is uniform price in the market, that means they are price takers. Okay, and this is a imaginary market, real life situation. Who is Shanti Rao? Okay, then in monopoly we have one single seller only. Example of monopoly I gave you was the largest market, railway industry in India. Okay, then he may sell homogeneous product or he may sell differentiated products. What are differentiated products? What is the meaning of differentiated product?
For monopoly,
For monopoly, what is the meaning of differentiated product?
like he will reduce the price for one and
No, differentiated product. Krishna, Muskan, differentiated product. He may sell, yes, Meet?
Ma'am, the products are different but are close substitutes.
Yes, the products are different but are close substitutes of each other. Okay. So a monopoly firm, he can change his price because he knows the demand is inelastic demand, right? Largely inelastic demand. So he is not going to suffer much in with respect to his profit. So he is the price maker. He can change his price. Okay. Then an entry of new firms is restricted in this kind of market. Then we have monopolistic competition. This is a combination of monopoly and perfect competition. We have a large number of sellers in this. Okay, products are close substitutes, and the demand curve. How is the demand curve for a monopolistic competition?
Ma'am, it slopes downward.
All the demand curves are downwards only, no? Except if it is a given good. In terms of elasticity,
Ma'am, it's less elastic.
it's less elastic. Monopoly, see, I have shown you also. Monopoly, it is written here. It is a inelastic curve, and for monopolistic competition, here is the curve.
Yeah, so ma'am,
So
it's less
it is
elastic.
more elastic. See, if your price, you can see the cursor. If your price is
Okay,
here,
okay.
yes, and if you decrease the price by little bit also, how much quantity demanded increases? Yes or no? So for a monopolistic competition, it is elastic. For a monopoly, it is inelastic. Okay, because monopoly is one single firm. He can do this, that he can change the price. But in monopolistic competition, there are large number of firms. Less than a perfect competition, but still there are large number of firms, and there are close substitutes available in the market. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
And fourth, oligopoly, so just now I taught you. Okay. Now, let's come to some questions. I will be giving you a worksheet also today, but these questions I wanted to discuss with you. Come to page number 118. Question number, see, I told you these kinds of questions are asked. Come to question number 12. Explain the following feature, not this, 13. Point out the difference between perfect competition and monopoly on the basis of number of sellers. So what is the difference between perfect competition and monopoly on the basis of sellers?
Ma'am, there are large numbers of buyers and sellers in perfect competition, and
Yes,
in monopoly, there is only one seller
yes,
and many buyers.
yes. The second point is market price.
Ma'am, in market price, the monopoly, there is only one seller, so he controls the price and everything.
Yes,
But in the producers in the perfect competition are price takers. Like
yes.
the
So one is a price maker, the other one is a price taker. Okay, right? Then entry of firms.
ma'am, in
Yes,
perfect competition.
Meet, you want to ask something? Just hold on a second. Yes?
I want to tell the answer.
Yeah, Acha, you wanted to tell the answer. Okay, you tell the answer for this. Entry of firms?
Ma'am, in the perfect competition, there is no
Yes,
restriction
there
of
is no
entry,
restriction.
and in monopoly there is restriction of entry.
Yes, there is restriction of entry. Types of products produced?
Ma'am, in monopoly, there is only one product produced, and in yeah, and
There
in
is no
perfect
close substitute available for it.
yeah,
Okay? Yeah, and
and in perfect competition, it is like homogeneous,
it
like
is
same product.
homogeneous. Okay,
Yeah.
in monopolistic competition it is differentiated product, but in
Yes.
perfect competition it is a homogeneous product. Okay, come to the next question, 14. Which type of market structure are the following? Right, first is your trucks. Which type of market structure is it?
Ma'am, oligopoly.
Yes,
Oligopoly.
small number of firms. Yes, and they each have their own market. Okay.
Same.
Scooters is
Same.
your auto industry. It's same oligopoly. Toilet soap.
Monopolistic
Oligopoly.
competition.
Monopolistic
Monopolistic competition, because there are large number of sellers and they produce close substitutes, right? Differentiated.
Yes.
Indian Railways, told you already,
Monopoly.
monopoly. Mobile phone services,
Ma'am, is it
Ma'am,
monopoly?
monopolistic competition.
no. How
Oligopoly.
many? It's oligopoly. There are
Oligopoly,
not
oligopoly.
many, large number of sellers are not there, right?
Yes.
Few sellers. Okay. Lipstick,
Ma'am, I think it will be oligopoly.
Ma'am, oligopoly.
lipsticks, maybe you have a large number of firms. Other than these big firms, there are small number of firms also selling those local produce. Okay. So you can consider this as monopolistic competition. What about jeans? What about cloth market?
Ma'am, monopolistic
Ma'am,
competition.
monopolistic
Cloth
competition.
market is monopolistic competition. You have large number of sellers in that. Soft drinks,
Oligopoly.
Monopolistic competition.
no, soft drinks is oligopoly. I gave you an example in oligopoly. Yes, of soft drink. Few firms. Ball pen,
Ma'am, monopolistic competition.
yes, large number of sellers. Computers,
Ma'am, oligopoly.
oligopoly, because few firms are there in this market. So see, these are the types of questions that are asked. So you should know exactly which kind. So there are a lot of examples given in your book. You should go through those examples, right? And I think on the 122nd page, you have been given the differences between all four of them. Okay, between perfect and monopoly, monopolistic competition, perfect and monopolistic competition, and oligopoly and monopoly. Go through this carefully, right? And learn it by heart. Okay, right? Then, and one more question I think I wanted to discuss with you.
Ma'am,
Just
which page?
Page number, the last page number 122.
120?
2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now one question I saw which is not mentioned in your discipline notebook, but they have asked a question about it. It was about name the market. Question number 3418. See this. Name the market in which there is a single buyer and many sellers. We have not learned about it. A single buyer and many sellers. Give an example. Right? This is not mentioned in your this thing, but I will tell you the answer of this because twice I have seen this question. Okay, this is known as monopsony. That means M-O-N-O. Please write it down. M-O-N-O-P-S-O-N-Y. Right? This is that kind
Ma'am,
of
where is
market.
it?
Question number page number 118. Question number 34.
Ma'am, one second.
This was twice asked in various board papers. So I am giving you, it is not there in your board. So write it down,
And
please.
what is it known as?
It is known as monopsony. M-O-N-O, mono, P-S-O-N-Y. P is there in between. Okay. Where there is one buyer and lot many sellers. I'll give you an example also. Example is a coal company, right? A coal company is a large company in one single area. So what he is one single buyer, right? And who are the sellers? Sellers are the factors of production, the laborers that come to him. There are laborers who work in the coal mines, right? They do not know any other work because they are unskilled laborers, they are uneducated. So those people who are staying in those areas where these mines are, these mines do not have those small mines. There is one single large company in that area. So he gets into a agreement with these people, okay, because he is the only single buyer and there are lot many sellers, so he can decide the price for these sellers. He at this price or at this wage I am going to take you. These sellers have no other option. This is a case of monopsony. Okay, this is known as monopsony when one single buyer is there and there are lot many sellers. Okay, is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this I saw twice, so that is why I'm telling you. Then any other question? Yes, someone
Ma'am,
wants to ask.
ma'am,
What?
other than this, do like out of the box, like such like these comes from
This
this
that is why I go through all the questions that are there in your papers, so that these out of the box questions are not asked. Maybe in previous syllabus it might be there. It is not there in the syllabus also, but
Okay.
right. But it is one kind of market. Okay, come to question number 27. Same page 118. Identify the market forms for the following. Railways, I have told you. Textile industry in India.
A monopolistic competition.
Yes, I told you the cloth market is monopolistic because there are large number of sellers in that. Okay. Which market has a perfectly elastic demand curve?
Perfect competition.
Yes, it is perfectly elastic. Okay. Telecom industry in India.
Oligopoly.
Telecom
Oligopoly.
industry is oligopoly. Yes, few firms and okay. Then state the market form for the following commodity. Railways is okay. Or automobiles. Automobiles is
Oligopoly.
Ma'am, oligopoly.
yes.
Very-
Oligopoly. Shampoos.
Okay. Monopolistic competition.
Monopolistic
Competition. Large number of sellers selling close substitutes. Okay. Fighter aircrafts.
Ma'am,
Monopoly.
oligopoly.
Oligopoly.
Fighter aircrafts.
Monopoly.
Muskan.
Monopoly.
It is monopoly. Fighter aircrafts are only bought by the government of India. I told you aviation industry is oligopoly because there are few firms in that. Okay. But when it comes to buying of fighter aircrafts for the defense system, it is only the government of India which can buy it. Okay. So is it clear among all the four how you have to determine which one is which? Okay.